Hey guys, this is Mr. Gordon, and this is a sneak preview of the test that's coming, not next week, but the week after. Remember, the 19th and the 20th. So what I want to do is just quickly give you a look at the test. So if you're watching, you can get an idea what to prepare for. So, of course, this is the page that we worked on. And so I decided with this test that I would make sure we used specific examples from this page on the exact test. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a look at the test. Let's go ahead and launch it. Let's see what's up. So I'm going to go ahead and move down. This is the icon. Remember to study Quizlet. Be ready to go. I did take into consideration elements of the Quizlet. I didn't get as detailed on this map, but I did ask several questions from it. So do pay attention to this map. It is on the test, and you'll see that in just a second. Okay, this is the pre-World War I map. Just note the breakdown of the specific countries and how simple this map was compared to the post-war map. Okay. We will go over all these terms. There are 35 questions on the test as it is written right now, so 35 questions. Now this is just the Quizlet. Make sure you go through the Quizlet and once again pay attention to the specifics of it. All right, I'm going to go to our Power School Learning site. There we go. This is remember the mock web page. This is my regular web page if you ever want to navigate to it. Here is the navigation link to that web page. So if you ever need to quickly get to it, you can get to it. There's my quick link for Quizlet. All right, I'm going to go ahead and just look at the test here. Let's go ahead and open it up. So this is my view of the test. It's very similar to your view. And I just want to quickly look at the items on it. So I'm going to go ahead and hit View. And I'll move it over here so we can so it's loading here. I'm going to go ahead and just give you an idea. And I'm going to look at, I don't want to look at question statistics. I'm actually, here, I got to go back here. Hold on, let me do that over. Start again, over. I don't want to view the test, I want to resume it. I want to take the exam. This is just, it says resume because I had already looked at it. So here it is right here. Now these questions, remember, will change the order of. So, for example, I'll ask you who the president was during the time of World War I. I'll go into specifics from the packet. I've added this year. So remember when we went over this chart? I'm going to bring in some key people just by glancing over it really quickly. You can see the picture of Austria-Hungarian heir to the throne, Franz Ferdinand. Remember, he is not the leader of Austria-Hungary. He is the son or the heir to the throne. I'm going to talk a little bit about imperialism. This is actually a screenshot from that. It asks what country with its own government but under the control of an outside power. And that asks for either protectorate, satellite country, or deep state. And you have to determine what it is for a larger country to control a smaller country, and the answer for that one is protectorate. I do have some interpretation questions, so it's important that we look at these photographs. Since we do look at so many photographs on the test, I'm going to ask you to interpret some photographs, and there we go. There's that map. I told you I was going to put it in there, and a question associated with it. Okay, now this one is the post-war map, where the other map that I'll show you right here is that's still the post-war map. There's another question on it. We've got World War I soldiers going through clouds of smoke, poison gas, some of the first technologies, the tank, the sinking of the Lusitania. We talk a little bit about that and its significance. Here's the Zimmerman telegram, and quite honestly, that's really all I ask you about it. But this is the actual telegram, so you can look through it, and there's the question that's associated with it. Here we go. Here's the pre-war map. This I only asked 2 questions on, so I won't get into as much detail as I thought I would on it. I decided that I would I would keep our test around 35 questions. So it limited the number of questions I could ask about it, but yes, you do have to know the difference between this map and of course this map. Know the difference of the two. This one I get kind of specific asking questions from. As I go down, of course I copy and I recreate some of the questions from Quizlet, so be very careful as you go through Quizlet to connect the images with the Quizlet images. I do bring in some other examples that are outside of Quizlet, so be very careful with that. This is kind of a fun notice. I alluded to it, but this one you can actually read on the test. There's another question, another map question. There's some examples of American propaganda. Let's see, let's get into one of these specific questions. These tend to be vocabulary questions. The treaty ending war. Now, we haven't even covered this yet, but we're going to talk next week about the Treaty of Paris. So, thought I'd bring that one in for you. Here's another graph interpretation. Now, I expect you guys to be able to look at a chart similar to this, and then, of course, interpret an answer based upon that. I gave us some practice back with this chart here. So it's a skill that we have to basically be able to, on a random basis, go into, look at, and infer as to information from it. So this talks about the war economy, and we talked a little bit about that economy, and look at how that chart trends higher after post-war. Hey, that's the bell. Hey, I better get going. I got class to start. Guys, that's our sneak preview. Thanks, and we'll see you soon. Guys, prepare. You'll never ever be too prepared. So, Dad Rainham, Mr. Goebel, I'm out of here.